It's scary, the world. Right? I feel for parents in there. I reckon it must be one of the most challenging times in history to raise a child. Right? I look at my own dad. He's recently turned 70, right, which is impressive in the west of Scotland. Right? Exactly. That's good shooting in Glasgow. 70. You need to give the card shop a bit of notice in parts of this city. If you're looking... You need to let them know well in advance if you're looking for a 70th birthday card. A 70th? I can do your 40th and a 30th, mate. Is that any good? But I don't think my dad could cope with having to raise a child again in the modern world. I sometimes imagine him. He'd have a fucking breakdown long before his 70th birthday, getting bombarded with shit he does not fully understand on a daily basis, watching the news. How long has he been up there? How long's he been in that bedroom? How long's he been up there? Is he getting fucking radicalised up there? Is he? That's what they're saying. You have to watch for signs of them getting radicalised. You better not be up in that bedroom getting fucking radicalised. I'm warning you, if I come up there and you're getting radicalised, I'll fucking boot your balls. Well, you won't be booting my balls for much longer, Dad, because I actually identify as a female now. So. Well, I'm going to kick your in then. I'll respect your decision. We'll get your and I'm going to kick it in. No daughter of mine will be getting radicalised, son. I'll kick your in. That is how progressive and liberal a city Glasgow actually is. Summed up in that sentence. What a gender-neutral sentence that actually is. The equality. We are the fucking trailblazers of gender equality. Women have said that to men in this city for decades. You can watch the football, Stephen, but if you come to this restaurant drunk, I swear to God, I'm going to kick your in. We are the trailblazers of trans rights, this city. It's maybe a bit much for a DVD recording there. Don't know if that's too strong for Christmas Day viewing there. Fanny, that's nicer, isn't it? That's diet. See, I'm 31 now, right? 31, that's it. Still kinda young, but no longer the youth, right? That's what your 30s are. You're just realising that you're in the real world. You realise that your mates are getting married and having kids and they're changing. The legends from your adolescent years are now fully immersed. And I've got a mate, Craigie, who's now called Craig. Right, that's sad. Right. It's hard to watch a man having his Y removed. That's what happens. As soon as you turn 30, Craigie becomes Craig, Stewarty becomes Stuart, Shagger becomes Ian. It's sad. And I know I'm never going to see Craigie again. I'm going to see Craig, however, on Facebook every Sunday morning. A photograph of him standing looking devastated in a children's soft play area. With the caption, "The Family Day, my world, my life." That's painful for me to watch. I'm going, fuck me, that's not Craig here. That's Craig I'm looking at. I'm zooming into the picture. I'm zooming into Craig, searching for Craigie. Craigie, I know you're still in there. I will find you, Craigie. I know, Craigie. I know there's still a bit of Craigie in you, Craig. I will find you. The eyes are the window to the soul. I will salvage the remains of Craigie. I will find the guy who burnt his eyebrows off trying to light a joint off a disposable barbecue. I will find him. No longer the youth. I see the youth, right? I see the kids. It's new to me watching a generation of youth coming behind me. These wee fucking dweebs that we're creating. They shout at me in the street. They shout, Gav. And I usually wave, but a wave is no longer enough for the youth. It's all this fucking shit, right? Just standing, what the fuck is that, you wee knob? That's fucking... It ruins your whole day going, how the fuck did that wee prick manage that with his fingers? Has he made a plasticine, that wee guy? Fucking moth. How did he manage it? I've got arthritis. I need to get cod liver oil. I can't get that back. I get dabbed at quite a lot, right? And one day, I done it back. It was a wee guy. He shouted my name, and I looked at him, and he done the full-on, like, dab, it's called, apparently. And I didn't want to disappoint the kid, so I done it back. And that is the first time in my life I have felt like a tragic old man. Standing in a shopping centre like a fucking Nazi checking for BO. They scare me, the youth, in my position. Wherever I go, I see them, and then they start talking when I walk into a cafe or somewhere. Oh my God, it's Kevin Bridges. Is it actual? That's actual Kevin Bridges. Actual. Is it actual? It's actual Kevin Bridges. And you just see a smartphone appearing, some wee guy recording you about as subtle as 9/11, just sitting. I've no idea. I'm on Facebook Live wrestling with a vinegar sachet. See, I don't think that's a childhood, right? I feel for them, right? Social media is destroying their mental health, right? Becoming hooked on these phones, becoming self-obsessed, self-aware. It's dangerous. Childhood should be a time for not giving a fuck. Right, it should have been sacred, right? Where's the characters? Childhood was a time to be a weirdo and embrace it. I used to idolise the weirdos in my school, the kids who did not give a fuck what anybody thought. The kids who would spend lunchtime and playtime on their own, just running round the playground. They did not conform to any peer pressure. They were not affiliated to any social circle. They operated alone, just running lap after lap of the playground. They would have their jacket on backwards. They would have the hood covering their face, eyes closed, making motorbike noises as they're doing lap after lap. Alone in their own mind, tearing up the highways of their fucking imagination, just circle in the playground. The whole school would be watching. There he is, Krisyshenko. Krisyshenko! But the more you shouted Krisyshenko's name, the faster he drove that fucking Harley. He was... But these days, you're never going to see a Krisyshenko, because we would destroy him. Somebody would record a video of Krisyshenko on his chopper and upload that video to social media. People would begin laughing at Krisyshenko, who had never even met Krisyshenko. And then somebody would feel sorry for Krisyshenko and diagnose Krisyshenko with attention deficit and hyperactivity disorder. That mockery would immediately turn to sympathy. How the fuck can we help Krisyshenko? At no point in that 1 minute video did Krisyshenko request anybody's assistance. But this is social media. We need to make it about us. Let's set up a Just Giving page for Krisyshenko. We don't know Kryzhenko's financial situation, but we're going to raise him $5,000. I'm going to do a bungee jump for Kryzhenko in the ADHD awareness charity. I'm going to grow a moustache for Kryzhenko. He would be everywhere. Celebrities would get involved. Fucking Peter Andre, Ollie Murs doing the motorbike challenge for ADHD awareness. Kryzhenko would get invited on the One Show. No idea that he is on the One Show. Running round the sofa on his chopper. The kid would be massive. Leading football teams out at cup finals, and then the Daily Mail would reveal that Kryzhenko's auntie is a benefits cheat. We would put him right up there, and then when the time was right, that was it. We'd destroy him.